everyone, welcome back, and today I'm going to be doing a book review. And the book that I'm going to be reviewing is Fallen Angel by David Lamour, and the cover will be somewhere along in here because I read this on my phone. I was very lucky to be sent a copy of the book by the author David Lamour, and I'm just going to preface this by saying that I'm probably going to gush a lot because I love this book. So, you've been warned. So, I gave this book 5 out of 5 stars, and I'm just going to real quick tell you a little synopsis of what it's about. So, Fallen Angel is about this high school senior named Evelyn, and after the death of her parents, she moves from New York City to like this little teeny tiny little Mayberry-like town in Montana. And obviously that's like pace change. Everything is so different, and at first all she wants to do is get out. She wants to go back to New York. That's like her main focus. That's all she wants. All she wants is to get back to New York. But she soon realizes that getting back to New York is like the least of her problems because she falls in love with a demon boy who may or may not love her back, and angels are trying to kill her. Yeah, it's intense. And what I really loved about this book is it's written wonderfully. Like, it's very fast-paced, I feel like. And for me to have read this book in 4 days with everything I had going on this week is amazing because I went to Warped Tour, I worked all day, and then went out with my family until like midnight, and then the next day I left to go out of town to go to a concert, and I got back Saturday and I finished it Saturday. Like, I've been really busy and I still read this really long book. It's like 370 pages roughly, if like in a actual book form, but on PDF it's like 163 pages. But anyways, it was a really good book. It was very well written. You get very attached to the characters. Like, I was totally like feeling all of them, and I don't know, the storyline is very intriguing. It's very thought-provoking, and it has to do with religion. I mean, obviously, angels, devils, whatever. And because like the very first thing is like a scene where Lucifer is condemned and is stripped of his angel wings and stuff, and that was like intense. I was like, It was a very intense scene. Like, this book is just very beautifully written. I feel like I really like the writing style. You get very attached to Evelyn, and you get attached to the other characters in the story, and it's just very well written. And I would totally recommend that you read this book, and if you ever get the chance, don't pass it up. It's a very, very good book. It's the first in a trilogy, I think, and I can't wait for the next book to come out. I feel like there's like an epilogue at the end that kind of sets up the sequel, and I'm like really excited. Like, I'm like I'm ready to go for it and get into it. But I don't really want to get too much into it because I just want to keep this spoiler free and just keep everything all nice and wonderful for you. Leave you, to imagine what this will be like and maybe go read it. I think you can get it on Amazon, so I would definitely go buy that if I were you. Okay, so I want to start something new on my videos. I want to do this thing where I do a little segment where I say some of my favorite quotes that I picked out from the books that I've been reading. And I've actually been carrying around like little sticky notes for like when I'm reading an actual book. I'll just stick it on that page so that way, by that line, so I know that there's a quote there that I loved. And I have some on my phone since Fallen Angel was an ebook, and let's see if I can pull this up. Okay, the first one is like from like the very beginning. It's like when Lucifer is being condemned, and it said, the quote is, "By his law you are fallen," Michael proclaimed, raising a sandaled foot. And I don't know why, but I just loved that. Like, it's when Lucifer's getting condemned from heaven, and like he's getting ready to get kicked, like legitimately kicked out of heaven, and by the angel Michael, and like that's when he's like proclaimed fallen. And I don't know, for some reason I just fell in love with that line. I don't know. And then another quote is like something was being written to Evelyn's diary, and she says, "I feel like I should finish this with something poetic. I've got nothing." And I was like that is, like most of the time in stories, somebody will always come up with something poetic to say, and she's just like, I don't know, man, I ain't got nothing. And I love that. Like, it kind of makes it that much more relatable. And the last one is a quote from one character to another. I don't want to tell you which one, but it says, "My little star was born ready." And if you've read this book, then you will know why I love that. Like, feels. Puts me all up in my feels. But I gave this book 5 out of 5 stars, and if you read this book, then I'm going to say 5 out of 5 morning stars. But anyways, I love this book. I would recommend it. Totally read it. And that's it for today. Until the next video, bye guys. The final book that I want to read in July is the second book in the Percy Jackson series, which is, Sea of Monsters?